Yo, feel like freestyling in the middle of nowhere and then no time at all, because with my rhymes you'll fall, because you could never step up to me, and you wouldn't ever have the luxury of being equipped with the right stuff you'll need to climb in the highest mountain coming up to me, because Adam Stark is one hell of a hump or peak on as far as the fucking level of my rapping goes, because that's what happens when you just gonna get fucking blurred out like some afterglow, like I put white out over your name on the application to be part of this rap and great shit that happens to be my fascination. And guess what? You're gonna end up being ignored like you have crazy extreme views in a fascist nation. And that's what Adam Stark comes up with in the moment, because guess what? My opponents know that this is next up is I am going to fucking hit you is where it's going to hurt the most. Your pride, wherever that is, my fist is going to land right there, and hopefully it's between your eyes, and hopefully you have four eyes, so I actually break the glass from your glasses, and then the fractions of the glass happens to splash and cause a reaction getting into your eyelids underneath your eyelashes, and then hopefully it causes some extreme lacerations, and then what happens is it slashes your face in different ways, and then all of a sudden it looks like a spiderweb silhouette, but it's colored red in the person's head that I happen to hit with my fist. In this mention of what I'm saying I'm going to do with my fist when it's said and done, and guess what? It's going to be red when it's done. Your face, that is, and you got to face this shit, because it's amazing that the cadence of this person that comes up with this crazy rap greatness, and it's just amazing facts that are breaking news like it was something that, people thought it needed to be construed, it needed to be moved, it needed to be, look at something to look forward to, like new information. And that's what's going to happen when I get my fist coming for you in formation, is that's what's going to do. You're going to learn something, because I'm going to hit you with the punch, and then what's going to happen is you're going to learn from the imprint that it left on your face when it crunched in between your nose, and I fucking squeezed it basically with the fact that I hit you with such fucking force behind it, that what happens is now your entire life is enforced to learn what I went through, which was getting beat down every turn, every time I looked up for something, every time I thought I could become someone, and I got kicked down and never got a chance to expand and be better than the type of man that I thought I was supposed to be, planned it out to be. I thought I was going to be somewhat great, somebody who you could look up to, like you're looking for somebody at the balcony, somebody who you thought would prevail and be someone better than what life was out to be, which was never something good. You thought you were going to do something great for the greater good. Well, guess what? It didn't happen. Not in this neighborhood of hip-hop. You get kicked down. You never get complimented. You never get people that, want to check it out, the stuff that you do, because on YouTube what happens is you get, less than saying even a few views for great fucking amazing substance that I come up with every time that I rap, in this subject and in this context. I even said that with the fucking slang. What you gonna do, fucking sue me? Well, get closer to that, and what's going to happen is you're going to look fucking stupid, because you're going to take my words and you're just going to fucking loop it like you wanted to hear something different each time, but it was nothing to it, because I come up with these rhymes all the fucking times, and it's not going to stop the fact that I am one of these guys that can change the fact that every single time you think I'm going to be defeated, what I do is I run around and I retrieve different weapons that I hid and I sheathed in different fucking hidden places. All of a sudden you thought I was done with this greatness. You come up with a diss track against me, and this rap that is weak coming up against Adam Stark, that was in fact really not aimed at me as well as he thought it was, because it's like you mentioned my name, once or 1.5 times, because these whack rhymes you come up with are actually bad rhymes, and they're actually so fucking young and stupid. I would have thought that the person that did them was probably just baptized, because of the fact that it's like you're being so subliminal when you're dissing me, and it's that, the effort is minimal. And I'm not going to rhyme with criminal. I'm going to say that I could get you in the fold, the centerfold, that is, with a crispy folded flag. That's what Denzel said in Training Day. That was one of the fucking greatest moments made on fucking cinema. And I mentioned that because Adam is an enema of the fucking greatness that hip-hop comes with. And guess what? I'm going to put an end to the hate and the debate that people make and people create and people decide to contemplate, and that people want this to be a template for new rappers coming in the game, is they're not going to make it. They're not going to be something that is ever going to say shit, that's ever going to be translated into something that would be greatness. Instead, what they're going to end up doing is being ended up on a place on the placement that's going to be vacant, because what I'm saying is a statement that is made for invocation, that is not going to get you to the place that you want to be placed in. Because what happens is you get me so fucking pissed off the fact that I'm not recognized as one of the greatest as far as technical skill and rhymes go. I've already fucking made it, fucking years ago with the amount of fucking crazy ass rhymes I've done. And people here should know, listening to this all of the fucking time, that I have done so many fucking amazing things, amazing accomplishments. And what happens is people don't want to admit that I was the one to do it. They want to act like it was done before me. But no, I've done things that weren't done before me, that were never done before I stepped onto the scene. And the point is, I'm content with myself. I'm content with who I am, and that's okay, because who are you? I'm like, I don't know, anonymously, but why ask? I'm fucking happy with the person that I am, and, I would like to do is fucking crank it up. Like, I fucking decided to get a tank, and then I would just say some stuff that would get you angry as a fucking crazy bluff that you made in a poker game, and you had a fucking 2 and a 7, and what you did is you convinced your opponent, when you went all in, that he was going to be the one teaching you the lesson. And what happened is he had a fucking pair of aces, and then he fucking folded because he thought you had a triple kings, and then it was mad because you stared there in disgrace when he saw that you had the fucking worst hand in Texas Hold'em, and then you didn't know it, and then you fucking get so pissed off you throw the chips all over him, and then you just fucking get disqualified because you couldn't hold your emotions in, like most people do when they get dissed as much as Adam Stark does. And he fucking know this they know this shit, because I come up with the fucking greatest amount of hatred for all of you homeless bitches and homeless pricks. That I call you homeless because you don't have a home in this land of hip-hop. I say that because, get off my fucking dick faster than it was if it was limp soft and it was trying to hold up a fucking weight of a dumbbell, and it's not something you wanted to hear, but I said it anyway because it's a metaphor, and it might not be every day that you hear something as crazy as when Adam Stark is getting in the point where he's just sending his fucking lasers to fucking tasers to phase, like do in Star Wars, and then he shoots them and then doesn't kill them, but it gets them stunned, and then they realize that they need to listen to what was done and understand what went wrong in the moment when they said it, and then accept it like they were, ingested and just infected by hearing a same song on repeat. And it was, the next thing that happened on Netflix, you're seeing different things that get you addicted like that, when it doesn't seem that it's a fucking problem that you ain't getting right. You were just fucking living wrong. And it's the song, and it's the point that I am giving off so much information that hopefully you learn at least, 1 fucking tenth of the stuff that I'm saying. If not, oh well, fuck you then. That's all I gotta say. Enough of you then. You're fucking putrid, and this is a fucking monetary system that's lucrative, even though I don't do it for money. None of my videos are monetized, but if they were, I probably still would make a lot, you guys. My views aren't that big because they don't want people with talent to get a lot of views for something. That's okay, because, it's a newer subject. That's all it is. Okay? So fuck you anyway. This is one of the things. I'm a scary guy in a scary way. You come against me, you see the dark, you can't even see what I fucking look like because I'm in the fucking nighttime doing a freestyle because I fucking feel like it. I don't feel righteous. You want to see my face? I'll turn the light on quickly, and then you can see what this real white kid looks like, and I have to describe myself in that way because it worked with the rhyme scheme, because and I'm definitely one of the guys clean as a whistle when it comes to my raps. I could fucking kick your fucking ass without having to take a grasp, without having to make that sound as if I'm losing my grasp of air. And that's, that was where Adam Stark changes the fucking arrangement of my ass on the chair, because my ass is getting numb. I've been sitting for so long. That's how long I can rap. And you know that, in fact, because you've heard me do that for any number of different moments combined, and it relapsed. But fuck it though. It's just one of those things. I'm not your friend. I'm just an acquaintance. And it's like, staring at me is like fucking looking at, a great specimen. It's like I'm not your friend, but if you stare at me long enough, it's like I'm a scary old cottage. It's a quaint tense, get it? Like a fucking quaint thing at the sea is a great thing for me to say acquaintance, and then a quaint tense, I can break things in 3 different words instead of one that I was coming up with first, and the first part of the words that I was using, and then I disperse them into different ways so I could, reverse them in a way where it says something completely different, but it sounds the same as it did before, because it's almost like a homophone, except it's only partially part of a word instead of the whole thing. But you notice that this is an enrollment for you to learn how to get as fucking high up as I am, and I can fucking scare the shit out of you in a moment, like I was that one scary fucked up scene with devils and the Omen. I just say shit like that because maybe you don't know that movie because you're not an old man, but whatever, I just said it anyway because, man, it's one of those things. Like I said, Adam Stark, I'll say my name a million times. I am content with myself. I could even fucking prove it. I could show you ID. And if you need help discovering who you are, then you could use AID. Get it? Holy fuck, that was awesome. I said you could use AID. Get it? ID, that was fucking aid and an identification. That was a fucking double meaning, and hopefully you don't have any trouble seeing that I just came up with another fucking double meaning with that, and I could fucking, unless your eyes are stinging because you had suffered a bumblebee attack or something like that, because you don't want to see me react to these fucking crazy rhymes I come with, and it's, one of these things that Adam is good at is coming up with crazy raps with something that you wouldn't come up with to the facts with. If you were comparing what I do with what you do, what would happen is you would see that there's a difference and the agreement is not mutual. You would think that you could come up with something great, like a statue or a mutual, and compare it to what I've done with all the rhymes that I've made, but it's something that isn't going to get you to where you two want to be at, because I said two, because most of the time people gang up on me in a fight. It's not usually a one-on-one confrontation. It's more like a fucking gang of people that are affiliated with the fact that they, and I don't mean actual gangs, I just mean people that are anonymous on the internet that want to have ill intent to say bad things about me because they can't come up with anything that is relatively close to the fucking truth. All they want to do is, curse and then fucking scoot on to the next person that they're gonna, exchange curses with and say bad things, because it's one of those things where it's going to leave a stain, but it's not going to be permanent. Like you bought one of those as seen on TV ads to clean up the things that would happen to the space because I made a bad fucking stain on the ground, and then what's happened is you're going to clean it up as if you put your face into the ground, and I use that as a fucking mop because why fucking not? I can do that and it save the time, and then I wouldn't have to call the 1-800 number just to call and get the job done. I could use a base instead, and it would also be awesome because then I'm insulting you and the fact that I don't have to pay for something at the same time except for the crime if I happen to get caught for it, because that's what Adam Stark did. I didn't have to call for the product and, try and say that I bought the shit. Instead, I could just use your fucking face for the job and do the same thing and probably get it done twice as fast because I'm nice with reps. Adam Stark is crazy, and it's not that hard for you guys to grasp. All right, have a good night. Peace.